Even though LeBron James scored a lot of points, the Los Angeles Lakers lost their Christmas game against the Dallas Mavericks. Things looked good for the Lakers at the end of the first half when they had a big lead, but in the third quarter, the Mavericks beat them badly, making history. They did this by taking advantage of the fact that the team didn't have enough big players. Los Angeles has now lost 4 times in a row without Anthony Davis. LeBron James openly admits Lakers will struggle without Anthony Davis. This was the third time LeBron has played the Mavericks on Christmas. The last time was 2 years ago. The Lakers easily won that game, but Luka Doncic immediately went after LeBron. Even though LBJ played well and scored 38 points, the Mavericks crushed the Lakers by outscoring them by 30 points in the third quarter. The Mavs got hot and made almost every shot in a quarter where they scored 51 points to the Lakers' 21. This took away the Lakers' 17-point lead. James was sad that Anthony Davis wasn't there because he recently hurt his foot and will be out for a while. Reality is, without AD, we lose a lot of length, which we don't already have, James said. So we have to make up in ways that would be hard or impossible without AD. So I think there was a time when Austin Reeves was the tallest player on the court, so you don't have to be a genius to know that Davis will be sorely missed. If I'm being honest, the Lakers don't have a chance without AD. This could be the league's worst supporting cast. Even if the Lakers made a big trade, they wouldn't be good enough to beat the best teams in the West, especially in the playoffs. What are the Lakers hoping to get out of their season? With AD missing so much time, it seems less likely that the team will make the playoffs. LeBron will turn 38 in a few days, and no one has ever played this well at that age. 7 games in a row, he shot at least 50% and scored 30 points or more. He's getting closer and closer to the all-time scoring record. The Lakers will have a party whenever LeBron breaks that record. Depending on how many games the Lakers win and lose, they could just shut down LeBron and hope to rebuild with draft picks and cap space over the summer to be good again in 2023-24. Mismanagement has cost them again this season, and fans are even wondering if they should trade LeBron to get assets and let LBJ finish his career on a team that can compete. Next, LeBron James sends a mysterious message to the Lakers front office about the future. LeBron James is upset with how things are going, and he has a right to be since the Los Angeles Lakers are once again 7 games below 500. Since Anthony Davis is out again, it's hard to see what the team can do to win more games, and James, who has already hinted that the rest of the season won't go well for the Lakers, did so again in the press conference after the loss. After Anthony Davis got hurt, the Los Angeles Lakers lost a lot of size. Thomas Bryant has done some great things, but he is not the solution. This was shown when they played the Mavericks when Darvin Ham used very small lineups that Dallas dominated. And since the team's problems shouldn't be fixed quickly, LeBron James seemed to send another message to the front office by making a comment about the team's future. Reporter, you start 2 and LeBron James 10. Reporter, you dug yourselves out to a certain extent. What have you seen that gives you confidence that the problems will be solved? LeBron James, I think I see it that way, and also in a different way. How many times are you going to try to get out of the hole before you get too dirty? Anthony Davis even looked like he could be a candidate for most valuable player, but now the Lakers are really having trouble again. This quote from their leader isn't likely to make people feel better about their chances. It's clear that James is losing faith in his team's chances. The Los Angeles Lakers have a crazy number of holes in their team right now. All season, the lack of shooting has been clear, and now the lack of size is also showing. If they want to make a splash, they need AD back, which isn't going to happen anytime soon. If LeBron James is already this upset, this latest message should make the front office even more aware that they need to make some changes. NBA Insider reveals why the Lakers must be careful with last remaining first-round picks. With only a few days left until the new year, the Los Angeles Lakers may have already finished their season. Even with LeBron James, the purple and gold just don't have enough this season to compete, and it looks like they'll end up at the bottom of the standings again. As calls for Rob Pelinka to make a move keep getting louder, it's becoming clear that the only way for the Lakers to get much better is to trade at least one of their future first-round picks. But as Shams Charania recently said on FanDuel TV, the Lakers will have a hard time finding a return that would be worth giving up so much. Here's the most recent news from an NBA insider. The reality and facts are that the Lakers are going to have to be patient with their first 2-round picks, said Shams. Those are their only 2 assets for the rest of the decade. So if you want to trade your first-round pick in 2027 or 2029, you have to be sure about the player you get in return. If you can go get Bradley Beal or Zach LaVine, then maybe you'll think about it. But some of these guys we've been talking about for over a month, you'll go get them if you can move a protected first. best, and that's what they had to offer. And now that Anthony Davis is out, we're not sure when he'll be back. How, though, does he get back? So it's hard to make a move that puts your future assets at risk. We saw a little bit of them doing that. They've already been down that hole. Most of the time, the Lakers don't build championship teams from their draft picks. Except for a few, most of their famous players come to them through trades or free agency. But does Rob Pelinka really want to leave his team with no draft picks for the next 10 years? Lakers front office will reportedly not make win-now moves this season. LeBron James is still one of the best basketball players this season despite all odds, and the Lakers could make some noise when, if Anthony Davis gets healthy again. Rob Pelinka, the general manager of the Lakers, won't make any moves that could hurt the team's future until he knows more. Reinforcements via trade would obviously help, and the Lakers are still evaluating their options on a dormant trade market, said Lakers beat writer Jovan Buha. At the same time, if the team keeps struggling, it gets harder and harder to justify trading a first-round pick. The front office doesn't want to make more win-now moves because it doesn't want to add to its past mistakes. The Lakers are being very careful and patient with their team, which makes sense. Since the Lakers don't have a clear path to a championship, why would they give up the future for the next 10 years to bring in players that won't make much of a difference? Don't be surprised if purple and gold don't change anything by this deadline, even though they've been having trouble. Even though LeBron won't like it, it might be what's best for the team in the long run. Finally, Bill Simmons flames the Lakers for giving up 8 years of assets in Anthony Davis trade. No one can deny that Anthony Davis, a big man for the Lakers, is one of the best big men in the NBA. In 2019, the Lakers saw his talent and thought he was so valuable that they gave up their entire future to get him. The Lakers won the trade in the end because they won a championship, but the things they gave up that day still hurt their team today. Bill Simmons, a well-known sports journalist, told SiriusXM NBA Radio that he really thought about the Davis trade and why he doesn't feel sorry for them. "I'm sorry, but I don't care about them. They put everything they owned as collateral to get Anthony Davis so they could try to win the title, and they did. They got what they wanted out of the trade, but they also lost 8 years worth of assets. If you take out the extension, it's the same thing. If you trade 8 years worth of assets for one player, you can't be surprised in 2023 when your team is no longer good. This is the risk of trading 8 years of draft picks, lottery picks, and players like Brandon Ingram. They bought and sold all of that. For those who have forgotten, the Lakers got AD by trading Brandon Ingram, Lonzo Ball, Josh Hart, 3 future first-round picks, and another pick. Today, BI is an all-star. Ball is an all-star on the front line, and Josh Hart is the kind of two-way wing that would make a huge difference for the team this season. Even though it may have been the right thing to do at the time, they are now paying for it by having a team with no depth at all. Since the Lakers are in a bad spot right now, fans and experts are telling Rob Pelinka to trade the stars and start over to get some draft picks and young players to develop for the future. So, do you believe the current Lakers losing streak is because they lack AD? Comment down below. Unfortunately, guys, that is all the time we have for you today. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Till next time, cheers. The Lakers may have already lost this season, and LeBron James's clock is creepily close to midnight. The truth is that their star duo is running out of time, and the Lakers will have to make some big decisions this season and in the future. But if you think about their problems now, you can trace them all back to the Anthony Davis trade, which may have hurt them more than was thought at first.